Installation of solar photovoltaic system, that is a total capacity of 480 watt. Now this is basically for home use. What you require, the requirement for this case is you required LED bulbs, you required a solar charge controller, you required a solar panel, 100 watt, you required a connecting wires. So these are the things which are required for the solar installation of solar photovoltaic system. Solar charge controller. So first thing, requirement, a solar panel of 100 watt, solar charge controller 12 volt 10 ampere hour, solar battery 40 ampere hour, male female connector pins, 9 watt DC bulb, LED bulb, 12 watt solar DC fan, wire for connection. So these are the necessary things which are required for installation of a solar photovoltaic system for home. So first you need to have a solar panel. Here we have taken a solar panel of 100 watt. The solar panel should face towards the south. Use MC4 connector at the back side of solar panel so that the connections will not get removed because of wind or other environmental conditions. So MC4 connectors are robust in nature, so for harsh environment also MC4 connectors are good. Use solar DC wire for better performance. To reduce the losses that can take place, use a solar DC wire. Next thing, you required a solar charge controller. Now this is a solar charge controller which is a Luminous brand. So you can use other brands also. You have Macrotech, you have Sucam or other brands also. This solar charge controller is 12 volt 10 ampere hours. So total is 120 watt hours. You required a solar battery that is 40 ampere hour. So 12 volt 40 ampere hour. So total wattage is 480 watt hours. 12 volt 40 ampere hours. So 12 multiplied by 40, it gives 480 watt hours. So procedure is, first connect the positive terminal of battery to the positive terminal of solar charge controller. Connect negative terminal of battery to negative terminal of solar charge controller. Connect the positive terminal of solar panel to the positive terminal of solar charge controller. Connect negative terminal of solar panel to the negative terminal of solar charge controller. Finally, connect the positive and negative terminal of load to the charge controller. So this is the last step that has to be done. Follow the reverse way when you want to disassemble the things. Now you can see a 12 volt DC fan which can be operated. It can be operated directly on battery itself, means using only battery. The 12 volt DC fan can also be run. Considerable wind speed can be, considerable wind flow can be with the output from this particular fan. So you can see a fan is considerably moving with some more number of RPMs. Again, two more cases with the fan. One case which is operating directly on a battery. That battery which is used over there is 12 volt 7.5 ampere hours. In the next image, second image, we'll say we'll have a solar panel which is installed at the rooftop, and that is connected to the inverter, sorry, that's connected through the solar charge controller, and we have a 40 ampere hour battery. So not necessary only a 12 volt 7.5 ampere, you can use a 40 ampere hour battery also. Now this is a luminous solar charge controller. You can observe, now this is a night condition, so the solar charging is not present. During the day condition, the solar charging will be available. So LED will blink onto the solar charge controller continuously. Okay, this is how solar panel can be installed on the rooftop. So this is basically a 100 watt solar panel. Now again, two things which are there. One, it is a fan which is available there. So this fan is operating over there. So this fan now it is working with the solar energy in the day condition. Now if you observe the solar charge controller, so this is again another solar charge controller I have. So continuous, if you observe, the blinking is there, so green light is blinking, so it means that solar charging is done. So actually at the rooftop you have seen there are two panels, so I use a two different charge controller for two different panels and use two different batteries for the two different panels. Whatever the small panel was shown in the earlier slide, so that small panel is connected to the one of the charge controller, and whatever the blinking one, so that is connected to the other solar panel. So this is again the same case. You can observe the two charge controller. The image shows the nighttime view with the LED bulbs which are operated over here. So this room has been lightened with the help of the LED bulbs, a DC LED bulb. So this is what the solar system which looks like in the night. So that room is somewhere around 10 by 12 feet. So for this particular room, easily it can light up with the help of our solar DC system. Now next thing, we can directly operate solar panel to it can be connected to your load, DC load directly, provided that the capacities are somewhat balanced. Say a 12-watt panel is or 10-watt panel is there, and you have 12 watt of fan. It is quite okay. It will not damage the device up to the time the balance is maintained between the capacity of panel and your load which is running. If you are connecting 100-watt panel directly to the load, then in that cases it will damage the fan. So it is not recommended to use the higher wattage of panel directly to the load when the panel wattage is comparatively smaller, say 10 watt of panel and you are running 12 watt of fan. In that case it will run, otherwise it will damage the DC load. Same case applicable for the other loads also. If you are running LED light, in that case also the similar thing will happen.